What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. Alright, guys, so I haven't made a video for a while, and yeah, I just wanted to make a quick update, I guess, video. So today's video, what I wanted to talk about was caffeine addiction. As some of you may or may not know, that I have had issues in the past with caffeine addiction, caffeine pills, drinking a lot of coffee, energy drinks. It's all the same shit, guys. So I guess I'm not really sure where to start. So I've gone over the years, I would say the last 10 years or so, I've gone through different types of addictions. Like, for a while I was taking caffeine pills every morning just to get my day started. At the worst, I was taking 600 milligrams first thing in the morning, just 3 caffeine pills just to wake up. And honestly, it got to a point where I didn't even feel it anymore. It was just part of my daily routine, really, waking up. 600 milligrams pills, empty stomach, still wouldn't even feel it. So I never really went too much above that. So 600 milligrams is kind of my highest, pretty much, I would say. So gosh, where do I even start with this? What I'm going to kind of try to talk about here is, because I recently have been starting to take more caffeine with my motorcycle that I bought. I would like to down a 5-hour energy, then go for a ride. That way I'm like, on high alert and just really awake for the ride, because you constantly have to be watching for other vehicles and whatever. Anyways, so then I got up to taking 2 of those at once, 5-hour energies, and then going on a ride. Okay, and then I was getting to where I was just taking them just during the week, so I wouldn't have the migraine or headache from caffeine withdrawals. So pretty much, before you know, I was taking 5-hour energy drinks every day for no reason. And when you're trying to taper or come off of Suboxone or opiates, it really makes things extra challenging, because you have a hard time separating, what is a caffeine withdrawal symptom and what is a Suboxone withdrawal or opiate withdrawal if you're taking opiates. Because one of the side effects for me is a headache. I get a really bad headache, and I've gotten that before too while tapering. And also the fatigue and no energy and depression. Those are also side effects of caffeine withdrawal. So if you guys are taking a lot of caffeine on a daily basis and you experience a lot of ups and downs, emotional roller coasters, you find yourself tired all the time, and you think that it's from your Suboxone or tapering, what I found is that I was pretty much getting no bang for my buck with caffeine. After my body has such a high tolerance that I can get right back to that dose really quick, and before you know, I'm not even getting any effects for it. So then I've not only spent the money on the 5-hour energies, but I got 0 energy boost from it, and then I still get the crash later. And then I can also still have the withdrawal. So you're also damaging, it's not good for your heart and your organs and stuff to be pushed into overdrive like that. So it's just a lose-lose, really. If you're taking caffeine on a frequent basis and you find that you have to up your dose before you're getting any help or boost from it, you're going the wrong way with it. And it just means you need to take it less and less until it's actually doing what it's supposed to do, without you having like huge crashes later. So I decided, since I'm also trying to taper, what I did was I just had to cut caffeine out again, because I was, like I said, it was giving me nothing. So pretty much all it is, guys, is, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, caffeine withdrawal versus Suboxone withdrawal, I would say caffeine is like maybe a 3 out of 10 hardness, and if Suboxone is, say, 8 or 9 out of 10. So Suboxone is way harder to come off of than caffeine. Way. It's not even close to the same thing. You can come off caffeine in a day or two, and pretty soon, about by day 3 for me, I'll start getting totally back to normal and be good to go. It's pretty much a couple days of no energy. You just want to lay around. You'll probably have a headache or two here and there. It's really easy to get off caffeine. So I took about a week and just let myself drag ass with work and being productive, just because I knew it was going to take at least a few days. So I gave myself that time. I just cut it off cold turkey. Now, I'm not saying I'm never going to have caffeine again. That's pretty highly unlikely, but to the point where I'm taking 1 or 2 5-hour energy drinks every day. I did cut out the caffeine pills a long time ago. As far as coffee, I don't like coffee. It stings your teeth and gives you some stinky ass breath. So coffee's not my thing, although it was at one point. It's just caffeine in general. That a lot of people think that caffeine is healthy for you. You could find 100 different articles on Google that say it's bad for you, 100 different articles that say it's good for you. I would highly suggest, if you do drink a lot of caffeine or intake a lot of caffeine, look into a term called adrenal fatigue. So basically what happens is your body is so jacked up from the stimulants all the time that just all your stuff in your body is just like worn out, and you're just, I've seen it happen in my stepfather. He just he's always up and down and crashing and just always sleeping in the middle of the day, and it's because he drinks a ton of coffee in the morning, and then by the time that coffee wears off in the early afternoon, he's crashed and he's useless. And I've been the same way, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I would take that 5-hour energy. We went for a ride at the canyon. By the time we got back down, I was done and ready to go home, and I went home and took a nap. So it's just not even worth the temper. If you even do get a boost of energy, it's not worth taxing your organs and your heart and then crashing, and then you're dragging ass all day just to get a quick little temporary boost. So I would just suggest, and this is not even talking about the heart risk health. I almost kind of died a while back when I was taking caffeine pills. It would kick my heart out of rhythm. So if any of you caffeine drinkers or caffeine lovers are experiencing what you think is anxiety, I would suggest that you learn how to listen to your heartbeat, just touching right here, or going and buying one of those heart rate monitors. And if you got done drinking some coffee and all of a sudden you feel some anxiety, what I found was my heart was out of rhythm. I was getting what was called AFib. I don't know how to pronounce it. Atrial fibrillation, if that's how you say it. So pretty much your heart is like skipping beats because it's out of rhythm from the caffeine. And I always thought it was just anxiety, but what it was my heart was going boop, 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 and then it would stop and skip a beat. And it's just, one day I was driving down Main Street and I almost passed out. I was like half a split second from passing out. Luckily I stopped in the median just in time, but everything was just going black and I felt my consciousness. And I found out going from the doctor that my heart was out of rhythm. And after going to the cardiologist and all this crap, we found out it was from my caffeine intake. So yeah, if you guys are experiencing anything that you think is anxiety, count your heart rate. Count it, listen to the beats for at least a minute, and if you can count every beat normal, then you're okay. But if you count and you'll hear it, you'll definitely hear it, and you'll feel it, and you'll feel your heart skip. It goes out of rhythm for a beat or two. So just count 60 seconds, listen to your heart. If it beats on time every time, then you're okay. But if not, and you're kicking your heart out of rhythm, you're really risking some serious health issues like stroke, heart attack, all that stuff if your heart gets out of rhythm like that. So all for a stupid cup of coffee. Now, that is a very common thing. There was once, I once had a few people over my house and they had all taken, it was some kind of caffeine drink or something, and we had tested, and it was like 3 out of the 4 of them, their heart were out of rhythm after taking that. And that was a low dose of caffeine, guys. So maybe you guys can figure this out and maybe this will help you guys, but I highly suggest staying away from caffeine. I remember Ryan Donnelly, rest in peace, brother, he made a video, I believe, about that a couple of years ago, talking about caffeine is not good when you're coming when you're dealing with withdrawals and tapering and stuff. And I have to strongly agree with him. He was definitely onto something with that. So it's so easy to get off caffeine, guys. I highly suggest, if you're able to, just do it. Take a couple days and sit around the house and drag ass. That's really all it is. It's not some month-long process to get off. And I feel so much better after getting rid of caffeine. You know, it's not just ups and downs all the time and just feeling like shit. And you know the insides of your body are just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I don't need all this shit. You know what I mean? So it feels good to have a more stable energy. I'm not needing naps all day long because I'm crashing from caffeine. And then the energy stuff, though, it's a lot easier now. I don't have to wonder, God, is this caffeine withdrawal or is this my Suboxone taper? So, Joe, I know you were talking recently about how you were taking something with caffeine, and I think that this video might be of some use to you. So that's another thing. If you guys are watching my videos, especially about Suboxone, you need to go subscribe to Joe's channel. I can never pronounce his last name. Cataneo, I don't know. Sorry, brother. But he has been on a long Suboxone journey trying to get down. He was up to like 40 milligrams a day, and he's now down to 8 milligrams a day. So we're all trying to root him on. So if any of you guys are not familiar with his channel, I will leave a link to his channel in the description. So if you like my content, go check out his. He's just kind of starting to get things figured out. So we're all rooting for you, brother. And yeah, for any of you guys messing with caffeine, just get off it. It's easy. This is nothing compared to Suboxone or opiate withdrawal. It's so easy. Save yourself the time, the money, have normal energy. And I'm just repeating myself now. So hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.